Very good indeed. All right, so I'm going to shoehorn these in. I may be interrupted. Bad things may happen. My son may have questions on the schoolwork I'm making him do. All these things could happen. That's okay. You guys are patient. You guys are good about it, so we'll be good. We're going to hit Typhon Peak, and then if I have time, Deep Southern Greens. So let's make this happen. Typhon Peak. And while I'm doing that, I should probably double check I play the right tees and all that garbage. Let's see. So we got a lot of things he decided to do. .71, 7,000 yards, front nine's 37, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't necessarily tell me to play anything in particular. So I am going to just play from the back however I want. Now, which one am I supposed to play? Hang on here. There's two, and I think one of them had a publish issue. Typhon Peak Resort is the one we want. The spa is closed. The spa is garbage. Nobody go to the spa. The spa will burn your skin off and potentially leave you molested and crying. So I'm just going to say to avoid that at all cost. Oh, goodness gracious. The tropical theme. Easily, probably my least favorite to work in. For those that can pull it off, rock and roll. For those that can't, just do something else. All right, so just seeing if there's anything going on here. All right, so we got some bungalows. I like bungalows. We got seaplanes going on. So it looks like the clubhouse is just your hotel, which is cool. We got bunker all the way down the left, beach on the right. Very straightforward shot here, but you know what? As a resort type course, it's very inviting. Let's just give her a rip. Already noticing some texture bending here, and that's a hard thing to avoid at times, but you can see I think part of it may be the closeness of the bunker, which the bunker isn't awesome, but at the same time, it's very hard to do a bunker of that style and do it well. You really have to keep it further away from the play area and dropped down and flat, and that's just not easy to do. Bunkers up here okay. I like the green shape. Kind of fun. Some interesting planting choices. It's cool. I almost wish there was heavy grass underneath it, but at the same time, you know, doesn't need it. It's fine. Oh, I'm going to get some fasts today, I think. So head into that bunker and let's enjoy the sand between our toes. You okay, bud? Ooh, that should be good. Oh, it stopped. You used the water and sand trick over there, the beach trick, and you did it very well. That's a hard thing to pull off nicely. And unless you zoom up, you're not going to see it. So you did a good job there. Nice. Reach your orb. Well, that one broke a lot more than I thought. So I tell you what, I'm going to start overplaying some of this break because I am not doing a great job with it right now. Starting off with a bogey. That's okay. We'll score well on the way in. All right, so we've got some pathing issues here. Hang on just a second. Okay. My youngest is telling me she just pooped her pants. So we'll deal with that here in a few. Eleanor, you'll be okay for a few minutes, okay? These paths are definitely going to be kind of an issue. Stairs or something would have been good there. Just feel a little rushed. The fairway entry here, I think, is a little claustrophobic. I think the course would have benefited here from a little more openness. Not that it's not open, just more open. We've definitely got some texturing, just little weird little bumpiness on the side of the fairways here. Pretty straightforward course so far. That fast is going to come back and kill me, I tell you what. I'd actually caught the wrong side of that little knoll. That is okay. We'll live. So 2 pretty straightforward holes so far. See where we go from here. Ooh. Ooh. I'll tell you what, this is another one that's just very straightforward, but I tell you what, it's I mean, this is kind of messy, the edges here. But from the tee, it's more intimidating than it has any right to be, which I like. But it is kind of just a little messy. A little messy, but a fun concept. And again, kind of the infinity look is a cool look. I'm not going to hit these hard enough. These greens are a little slower, aren't they? This green better have some serious character. It really doesn't. I just feel like it's I don't know. I think we're all of this has been just a little safe in my book. I actually tried to get a slow there. That's okay. We're a little safe so far, but that's all right. Again, it has a very much less of a tournament feel and more of a resort feel. For those of you just joining us, my youngest daughter is downstairs with a pant load of fecal matter, which I will need to go and deal with after this. So if the round speeds up at all, it's simply to avoid the smash factor, which you may be familiar with in golf, but not so much when it comes to butt nuggets, diaper dandies, dipsy-doos. It's not bad. I think making the bunker that kind of shape would drive your greenskeeper nuts. That mountain in the back is kind of funky. I like it. It looks like something I'd put in an aquarium. Like, here you go, goldfish. It looks just like home. And they're like, what are you talking about? I live beneath a Burger King crown? I don't understand this. My son is getting a kick out of all this commentary, by the way. He's over there giggling. He's squeaking now. I like it. The added benefit of streaming. Make your son squeak. That was a bad, crappy shot. You know, anytime you try to make a swing and you're like, okay, I got to do this with this swing. Got to make this perfect swing. Got to do this. You end up just hosing it. And it's the same way in real life. Every time I made a bad swing yesterday I was playing was, you know, oh, there's trouble to the right. So you'd make an anti-right swing and you'd go left. You got to just let her go. For me, that's keep your hands out of it. Let your body do the work. Hit it in the middle of the club face. Don't swing very hard. I don't think I swung a club more than 75% all day yesterday. Because, well, I probably did a couple, but they were crappy shots when I did. You're better off just hitting it in the middle. This hole has a little more character to it. I like the drive. I think with this cliff over on the left, you could have done something, either with the sculpting or with planting, one of the two, but just leaving it completely kind of empty, I don't know if that was the right choice. My son says it looks like putt-putt. Yeah, I guess. Up the hill, under the clown's nose. I like this green. That's a cool green. We definitely have some texturing issues here, though. We've got some pinching going on. The light rough in general on this course has been very, very thin. And that's okay. It just, you know, if you're going to have light rough, or don't. I feel like it weren't quite deciding whether or not you wanted to have it. Yeah, that fast is going to kill me here. Yep. I think I'm going to start playing for the fast swing a little bit. That was almost a save. The use of texturing here, the heavy rough, I should have zoomed out. Sometimes on tropical, I like having heavy rough everywhere. Here, I think you've done a pretty good job of it. This is, again, pretty straightforward. Thick planting on tropical can be hard. I will tell you a secret that I found is to use a certain bush and then do grass around it as long as the grass is rotated properly. I don't know how this is going to go. We're going to do it. And it went poorly because it's not going to come back off that hill, is it? Yeah, well, that was the idea, just not quite short enough. I like the view from up here. Lovely. Down into the water. Hey, Alex, focus on doing what you're supposed to, Bubba. Excuse me? You can be tired, but you still need to do what you're supposed to do, okay? You can take a nap afterwards. Son. Right now. My son is trying his dead level best to not go to the pool later today. I don't know why he would do that, but boy, he's trying. You know, this is a hard thing to pull off well. It looks okay from the tee, but it's not done super cleanly. Oh, how far downhill is that? That's way downhill. And when I say this, that kind of bunker cluster, especially when it's on the side of a hill like that, bounce good, bounce hard, bounce harder. Ah, I was hoping for a kick, but not quite enough. That being said, the hole itself, the whole design is okay. You've done a good job of just keeping the water as your hazard and not, you know, putting a bunch of bunkers out there that don't need to be. So kudos for that. I got to get up here and look at how this green sits in the ground. Because from back there it looked a little odd. It's all right. Again, I like the green itself. I just am not sure if it sits quite the way you wanted it to. I also like the way the water behaves when you use that trick that you did. Oh, I thought I was going to make that. When you use the water trick, it can change the coloration of the water in certain light, and that was very blue and kind of a cool look. Maybe that was unintended. If so, it's a happy little accident. This is known as the can opener template. I just made that up. Copyright, trademarked, all rights reserved. You owe me $1. And get out. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. It's like the old, anybody see the old stupid Robin Williams Popeye? You owe me an apology. You owe me an apology. He owes you an apology. Olive Oil's dad cracked me up. Cracked me up. That movie was so dumb. And yet I've seen it probably 20 times. I have a problem. You owe me an apology. People think it was The Shining that broke that actress down. Shirley, whatever bucket. But I'm pretty sure it was Popeye. You know, I gotta say, I appreciate the effort on the rocks, but the fact that they don't exist anywhere else except for right here is kind of defeating the purpose. Here, we're gonna play it off the back of the mountain. Nope, didn't work. It's going, man. Hey, Alex, do you think saying it, I'm stuck more often will change something? Well, we'll bring it over here. Bring it over here. 56 divided by what? We'll think about it. Hang on just a second. Sorry about that. Oh, you can figure that one out easy. Try again, because you can. Wow, this is not going well. My son is needing assistance with division, and now my second to youngest daughter is just yelling, Dad! And I guarantee you, she's going to come up here and say, Dad, Eleanor pooped her pants. Yep, that's what she just did. Eleanor has poop. I know she does. I know she does. Thanks for playing. I'll be there when I am there. I think she'll live. I heard you the first 3 times. Thank you. I love children. I just wish I could, lend them out to people occasionally. Anybody want to borrow a child? I have 4. Take your pick. Can I suggest one of the middle 2? Don't throw things at me. I'm your father. You owe me an apology. Everything on this course so far is just, it's like I said, it's been very straightforward. There's not been the level of polish on the outside of the course that you're going to get from some more experience. Alex, thank you. That's enough. The course has been fine, and it'll play fine, and it may even end up on a tour somewhere. Yeah, 2 boys equals 4 girls. So yeah, you're ahead of the game right now. You're fine. Especially if they're close in age. I had 2 brothers, and we got after each other a little bit. Being the oldest and still the largest, although my youngest brother has been working out pretty hard and is a pretty big dude, still shorter than I am. And my middle brother is a Army lieutenant colonel, so they'd be good fights all around. It'd be a lot of fun. We should do that. We should fight. know what, buddy? Then just leave it and go do something else. Go play with your little sisters for a few, all right? Sorry, guys. We've still got some pathing issues coming down off of these tees. It's really just a matter of taking a little more care. I know it's not easy to get the slopes right, but it can be done a little better. I feel like we've used shapes through here pretty well, but I think you've fallen into the trap that some other people do where you use shapes and try to fit different shapes together when in reality you need to just get a big circle or a big oval and simply lay them down in such a way that that you create the shape you want. You've done a pretty good job of keeping the rough symmetrical for using shapes. And if these are splines, then there needed to be some smoothing done, but that's okay. Our bunker placement is not bad, but it's not terribly inspired, if that makes sense. Like I said, everything is just pretty safe. 2, 8, and 5. Middle one is 33. Youngest bro's 32. Oh yeah, I'm 42. The next one is 39. The next one is 35. Yes, 35. And he's the one who is going to end up being the stupid, filthy rich one. That's okay. Maybe he'll give me some money. All it takes is one good idea. He had his, and it is paying off. Nice. Nice. I still feel like this course could have used, I mean, you've got some open spaces, but I feel like if you had used the fairway to accentuate some of those open spaces, you'd be so much better off. So far the fairways have been kind of linear with just some little jogs, and you could have made them cross fairways or really expanded them in places, and even enclosed some of those bunkers within fairway, and really changed the look of this course in a way that would make it more interesting. 136. I have no idea. I'm just hitting a club. We'll see. No clue. And we're short. But we're going to run down. Hit the hill, run down, go in the hole, be an ace. Yeah, well. You've accomplished two things in one hole. Over 230 yards and down, whatever it was, 125 feet plus, which this one was 153 or 156. Tropical is brutal. Brutal. You either have to have like next to no planting or a crazy amount of planting. It's another one where using the landscape is a great way to do it, but it's not easy because the natural terrain that it gives you is kind of limiting. This coastline over here, I mean, it's okay. It's definitely better than just the straight drop off here, but again, I feel like if you had opened this hole up, like let's say short, you come up here and you open it up way to the left and maybe bring a bunker in right here. I mean, there are just some things that could have been done to this hole to really make it pop without changing the way it plays too much. But as it is, it's just the whole course so far has just been very safe and straightforward. There have been a few elevation breaks, which is cool, but that's about it. Like I even like this knob here, but you could have brought the knob out further, wrapped the fairway out around over here, and really just changed the overall feel of the hole for the better. Oh, kick right. Oh, of course. Hey, there's a knob here. Does everything run away from it? Oh no. Oh no. We go towards the knob. Oh. Defying the laws of physics. Bryson DeChambeau would be ashamed. He would crawl right up his own behind and live. Yeah, Swiss is one where you can be pretty simple and still get away from it just because of the trees are a little more photogenic. It's hard to make things look thick in tropical without using a lot of the Delta style trees. If you want to use palm trees, it's rough. Now see, I will be honest, this hole is pretty straightforward, but I like it better than I have the last few. I think with a little elevation work, this hole could have been really nice. As it is, it's nice. It's not really nice. That's the other thing about this course. The fairways themselves have not moved the ball around a whole lot, and I feel like you really could have. You've used a plot that has a lot of elevation change and a lot of character, and yet you've left that out of a lot of the course, which doesn't, you know, it's not a choice I would have expected. And I think you would have been better off embracing some of that movement. That is going to be terrible. Yep. Said I was going to play for the fast, and I did not. Oh, that's too hard. Go down the hill. Oh, nice. Yeah, tropical's a pain. When I was doing Silver City planting, I had to just find something that worked, and once I did, I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I got a direction here. Because originally, it was more closed in, and then I opened it completely up and took away everything. All right, we've got this kind of interesting green here. I'm really curious, though, because the way you've sloped things from the front to the back, kind of this whole area, steals all of your visual pop. If you had, you know, let this green sit up a little bit, you know, raise everything up a little bit, then you could sure have it slope, you know, from the front right down to the back left if you wanted to. That's fine. But being just a 9-foot elevation change and going front to back, again, I feel like you've robbed yourself of some potential goodness. Okay, I played for the fast. Hey, it worked. What do you know? 1 in a row. You know, we also keep saying the same thing, and I'm dead with you. Planting tropical is a giant pain right in the butt. And I didn't play the break the way I said I was going to. Now, I will tell you, this course I have a feeling is going to find its home on CCM. It would even be a good beginner. Well, I don't know. I'd have to look at the front tees, but beginner clubs might work on this one. It wasn't overly long. There weren't any monstrous forced carries. I think you could get away with it from a forward tee. Warhawk, that was a good plot. I feel like you just left a lot on the table here. There weren't a lot of problems per se. It just was kind of safe. Well, that's okay. That is all right. Like I said, it's a CCM type course, and I think it'll be all right. I'm going to end this stream really fast. I will come back and do one more course. I think I have time, and hopefully by the time I go downstairs, the poop smell will have permeated everything. In fact, I'm going to go change your pants before I come back. So give me like 5 minutes, and I'll be right back.